up, boys? Welcome back to the hot round. It's been a minute, but with the BLI up and coming, I wanted to do it in the bag, and I've been inspired by all the other pros in the bags and showing off their collection, so I'm going to be doing that today. These are all the discs that I own. I'll go through all of them and then talk about which ones I'll be taking with me to the BLI. Alright, let's start with the putting putters. The only putting putters I have as of now are just Alpacas or P2s. And so I got a bunch of them, some different plastics, different manufacturers. I got some Discmania, some standard DX Alpacas, some Innova Fireflies. These like blue DX ones are my like go-to ones when I'm feeling the DX. They're getting nice and beat, and the DX plastic feels like super grippy and money. I really like these. I think these are like the first pair of Alpacas I like really fell in love with, and I love the Glow D blend. It feels super good. And then we just got a variety of other like some Swedish made P2s, the new ones. Plastic's a little too grippy for me. I don't really like it that grippy. So they're good, great putting or practice putters, but not really making the bag. Got some other like DX Fireflies that I practice with. This is my backup pair of N Blend bottom stamp Alpacas that Drew gave me, brand new. I'm just keeping those for when these bad boys have to be retired. But these are my go-to putting putters as of now. They're just the bottom stamped N Blend Alpacas. Feeling nice and seasoned at this point. Definitely making the bag. Let's get into our throwing putters next. For my throwing putters, I like to have a straight, understable, and then overstable. And so for our straight throwing putters, the first ones these ones were kind of the last ones I played around with, but these are just Tombs. This is just different plastics, but these are some N Blends, Color Glows, and some concrete. Super low profile. Nothing really wrong with it. I feel like I throw it pretty well too, but it's not really what I was looking for. I feel like I was looking for something a little bit more floaty and something a little bit more understable. So the Pures, I think fill that slot like super nicely. It has a flip up. If I hit it hard flat, it'll turn a little bit. So I got a variety of plastics, Opto X. This one's the baby. This one will never go anywhere. Stay in the collection forever. I've got a couple gold lines, and then just a regular Opto. I had a bunch of them, of Pures, but I ended up selling them since I stopped throwing them for a little bit. But the straight shooter that I've settled with as of lately is the Watt. It's kind of like the Pure, but I would say a little bit more stable. So not as much turn, not as much fade, and much floatier. And that's what I've been really liking in my throwing putter, something I can just throw and it just floats and has a soft landing. So this one got a sweet dye going in the bag. Understable, I only have one as of now, and it's the Spin. And this guy is exactly what I've been looking for in a understable throwing putter, just a nice slow turn to the right. So that guy going in the bag definitely has kind of a weird profile. But after throwing it for a little bit, it's fine. So definitely going in the bag. Third, we have our overstable throwing putters. Through the P3X a few times. It's great. I kind of like it. Nothing really anything bad about it, but the only reason I'm not bagging it really is because I picked up a few lassos, and I've been throwing the lassos lately, and I don't know if it's much different than Like definitely the profile feels different, but the flights are pretty similar. And I think the last was just a little less overstable, so I think I like that a little bit. Definitely has a fade at the end, but it's got that winter sunset. Gotta bag that winter sunset. Going in the bag. This is the Eternal Flex, which is the super like gummy, kind of like that G-Star. We'll talk a lot about G-Star in a little bit. Alright, so those are my throwing putters, and then onto our overstable approach discs. Started off throwing zones. Well, I threw a lot of different like harps and stuff too, but the zone was like the one I really liked and started bagging for a while. And then as of lately, they've been a little too like straight, not as overstable as I've been wanting. So yeah, I'm sidelining these, but I have a few like baseline zones that are definitely straight, or even have a flip to them when I throw them hard. Got a few ESP ones, which are just, I think that these are the best zones. ESP, they're straight, and then they have a reliable finish at the end. I have these guys, and then I have my Z zones. I have the 4-claw. This is my favorite one though, like the Glow Swirl Blend. Love that stamp, love the swirl, love the colors. And then I have this cool like bottom stamped zone, but yeah. Really like the Z Swirl. Yeah, the 4-claw, yeah, I mean like it's a 4-claw, it's tight, but honestly really like these ones over this, but I only bag it for the swag. But yeah, as I was saying, these are sidelined because they're just not as overstable as I've been looking for, and so the Toro has been filling that slot nicely. Yeah, I got a few baseline ones, KC Pro, R Pro. Not bagging these at the moment. So I think they overlap too much with the overstable throwing putter, the Lasso. So I'm just, yeah, trying to cut down, and so I'm only bagging one approach disc right now. And this is the one I've been going with lately. Yeah, it's just overstable, doesn't really glide too much compared to the zone, and like way more torque resistant, so that's the Toro I'm going with. Got a few backups. Yeah, the Champ plastic, it's fine, but I think I've been liking the Star or like the ESP plastics a little bit more than the like Champ or Z plastics for approach discs. Yeah. Alright, let's get up to the drivers. Something now that we're up into like the main part of the discs. I'm an Innova simp. I just love Innova plastic. Can't go wrong with Innova, so you'll notice that everything's mostly Innova made stuff. But yeah, got a few got a Destroyer, some Emperors. This is a Luster Emperor, and then some like Garrett Gurthie Emperors. Yeah, I've been liking it. This like Team Stamp one is lighter weight, so I've been liking that just because it's 169, and I think makes me feel like I can throw Destroyers a little bit better. And then we have this like swirly Emperor. Oh, this is feeling so nice right now when it's been inside and warm. Super grippy, super gummy. This one's starting to beat in, and I feel like I can actually throw this one a little bit. But yeah, overall the Destroyer's not really like my go-to driver, really. Yeah, my go-to driver, let's get into it, is the Wraith. How many do I got up here? We got a big chunk of Wraiths here. I tend to like the older plastic more, so I don't have too many like just new Wraiths. Like this one's just is a penned one, so it's a little bit older plastic. Like I do have halos for like my beefier ones. Got a few like different color halos. Been rocking the G-Star. This is a 169 G-Star Wraith. Super, super gummy. And just an absolute bomber. And I know once this season's a little bit more, it's just going to become disgusting. So the Maddie Walker, This is my like heavier, just like standard Wraith disc, a little bit more overstable than the G-Star. This is the secondary Wraith that I bagged just as the overstable counterpart. And then we just have a variety of other Wraiths here. Like this is a Champ Color Glow. This is just like that mushroom stamp. This is a pre-flight number Wraith. This one's money. Just not making the bag right now because can't replace the Madison Walker. And then this is my backup bomber. Right now this is like perfectly seasoned into like a huge bomber, but I'm wanting that G-Star Wraith to become in this spot and even like a little bit more flippy than this, so that's why I got the G-Star in right now. But yeah, those are my Wraiths. Alright, let's get into the 10 speeds, and I only bag one 10 speed, and if you play disc golf with me, you know it's the PV. Yeah, this is like one of my bread and butter discs. Some days I like won't even throw the Wraith, I'll just throw the PD off the tee, and yeah, they fly great. These like C-line ones are just really overstable, and so I've actually been trying to like move away from the super overstable like runs of discs. So the C-lines I've just been kind of sidelining for now. This store stamp Money Run PD is just so seasoned that it like if I forehand it, it'll flip up and even turn a little bit. If I forehand it hard, and if I put Annie on it, it'll hold the Annie too. So that's a great one. And I just got this like red G-line PD. I'm telling you guys, this G-line plastic is the real deal. Slightly more understable than the other premium plastics. And so yeah, this one, I feel like it flies like the blue one, like brand new. And I think once, I'm gonna start throwing this red one a lot, and I think once it starts beating in, it'll become just a great PD counterpart to the blue one. And then all of these are just backup Money Run PDs. I got Supreme Flight, just a tournament stamp, just a regular stock stamp, and then just the regular shield stamp. So these are just all my backups, and I honestly cycle them in and out of the bag all the time, just because I will look at this stamp and be like, dang, this is the 6th stamp and I want to throw it today. So kind of depending. All of these discs are going in and out of the bag at some point, really, but I'm gonna keep these in, and I'm actually going to this time. I know last year I said that, and my whole bag was different at the PLA. This time it's staying, I promise. All right, let's move on to the overstable fairway. So this is like the Firebird disc, and when I say it's the Firebird disc, it's because it's really just Firebirds. That's my preferred. I love the Firebird as my overstable disc, maybe because I'm just an Innovasim. But you know, I got like a pre-Climo, super pearly Firebird. This one's dope. This double stamped one. This is a 2019 Firebird. This one's like a flat top luster Firebird. This one's sick. And there's just a couple other Nate Sextons. Those ones though, just recently I've taken out any Firebirds, all Firebirds from my bag, and I've replaced it with the Draco. And yeah, I mean, really the only reason I'm replacing it with the Draco is because this stamp is just filthy. And yeah, the Dragon with the basket is just, come on, gotta put it in. Okay. And then, so yeah, running the Draco. This one's a 169 Draco too, and it's freaking overstable. So not mad at that at all. Let's get on to now actual, like, I think like more fairway-ish type drivers. Dynasties are the only, or CD2s are the only 9 speed that I throw. So I have the C blend and then the bottom S blend, which are sweet. These are my backups, but I have this more like bead in glow one, which is at a really good point. Has a little turn, but still overstable. And then I just got this G blend or G line CV2. Someone told me it was a PV, so I bought it, but it's actually a CV2, and this thing flips like crazy. So it's these two go together really nice. Two are 7 speeds, and I think the 7 speed is my favorite preferred speed of disc. I really only so this whole row is Hawkeyes or FDs and Eagles. So these are all like FDs, and then these are all Eagles over here. So the Hawkeye is more my straight shooter disc. So I just have got a couple like just regular stock stand. These ones are like money. If you're looking for like a straight flip up, go straight disc, the Hawkeye is what you're looking for. And then I have a couple of like the Innova made ones, which are a little bit more overstable. So these ones, as I mentioned before, I'm trying to move away from like the overstable runs. I got a few like S-Line, FDs, some Hawkeyes, Halo. These like Philo ones are really nice. Great FDs or Hawkeyes. This one I threw for a little bit, and it's like seasoning in nicely. But I recently just bought a lot of discs, and in that batch I picked up some Night Strikes. So, I'm gonna bag the Night Strike for a little bit at least over these. But they actually fly like super similar. So, but this Night Strike stamp is just sweet. And then as the more understable counterpart, I'm rolling with the 170 gram G-Line FD. And I'm telling you, man, the G-Line, the more understable and lightweight discs is what we need. It's what my game needs right now. I got that backup Night Strike 3. And then the Jackal FD. Yeah, so these are all just my FDs right over here. Straight shooters. And then to counter, I have my overstable fairways, which are my Eagles. And so I got a bunch of different ones here. These ones are just like Champion. They're all, again, I like the old Innova plastic, so these are all like penned Eagles. So I got these are Champion. Got that G-Star Eagle money. This is what they call the Calvin run. You guys can see it's got the E. It's Champion plastic, but you can't see through it. So this is the Calvin run. Super overstable Eagle. Plastic feels money. Got a couple old school Star Eagles. And then on to what I think is the best run of Eagles that I have thrown are the Barsbys. I got 4. This one I'm trying to just keep in pristine condition because I got these 3 as throwers, and I know a lot of people love this run of Eagles, so I want to keep like 3 as my thrower, and then like 1 as just like my collector. If I need to, I'll throw it. I like this run too, pretty flat. But yeah, this is like seasoned into a great, flip up, go straight, and then have a good fade at the end. And this is a brand new run of Eagles. This is the Moondust Eagle, but yeah, these came out USDGC last year, and these like straight out of the box are just like what you want out of an Eagle. The -1 shows, and then the 3 fade thing, like definitely there, and then it's got some different colors here. But yeah, this has been a great run of Eagle. So once I found out that how they flew, I just bought a couple extras as backups. And then on to the ones that are going in the bag. Tough choice here because I feel like I have so many, and like I really want to bag these Color Glow Eagles because they're just, they're sweet, and I love the stamp. But for my more flippy Eagle, I just have this like 170 gram. This is a patent number Star Eagle, so it's super old. It's like almost like G-Starish, like how like gummy it is. And so yeah, this one has a great flip. This thing goes like as far as my 12 speeds. So yeah, this is another one of those discs where if I'm throwing that well, I'll just throw that off like pretty much every tee. And then this is another old school Eagle Champion plastic, but opaque. This is, I believe, like around the 11x run of disc. It feels very close to like the CE Eagle I used to have. But yeah, it feels great. Definitely way, not way more, but definitely more overstable. Doesn't turn nearly as much as this blue one. So that's the overstable counterpart. Onto my flippy fairways. So yeah, these are the flippy fairways that I throw. This one is a pre-flight number Sidewinder. This thing on a forehand or backhand is so money. Like on a forehand, this disc is just crazy. So this is like my forehand flip up disc. So that one for sure in the bag. And then the F7 has been like my go-to, like super flippy. Like if I throw it like this, it'll like go be a roller still. And so it's a fun disc to throw. And I feel like I don't really need any other flippy discs because I think the G-Line FD, it's flippy enough where I can like manipulate on enough angles, plus the Sidewinder, plus this cover pretty much all my flippy shots. And then I just have a few backup Sidewinders because, yeah, what took me so long to find this mold? Like I know Theo used to throw it and I don't know why, but I feel like the -3 like turned me off for whatever reason, but now that I have it in the bag, like I don't think I ever want to take it out. The ITs I think are really similar to the FD, so that's the reason why they're not in the bag. They're great disc and I'll probably bag them again at some point, but they're just sidelined. And then these are just other flippy choices I have. The Essence, this one is like one of my oldest discs now. From all the selling and trading I've done, this Essence somehow has not gone. It's probably because it's always lost and then I always get it back. And then the Vortex has been a really good, very similar to the Essence really. And yeah. But as I mentioned, I really like these two discs right now, so I'm just gonna stay committed to those. Let's get into our mids, and we're about to wrap up this in the bag. So my mids, very similar to how I do my putters. I'm just looking for one understable disc, one straight shooter, and one overstable. And so let's go into our understable mids. So my understable mids, I only have two choices here. It's either the Uplinks or it's the Stingrays. And yeah, this can sound crazy, but like the Uplink is literally like such a good disc, and I have no idea why I don't bag it. And it's honestly because I'm just an Innova simp and I want to bag the Stingray. Like this Uplink is basically what I want the Stingray to be, and like I already have it, yet I choose to throw these. So I'm gonna make the bad choice. I'm gonna sideline the gyro, and I'm gonna listen to the Innova simp in me, and I'm gonna bag this Metal Flake Color Glow Stingray. It's gonna be this. Trust me, it'll be there. One way or another, it'll get there. And these are just some backup Stingrays. Let's get on to our straight shooters. A few straight shooters. I got a few buzzes. I like this run of buzz. I don't really throw the buzz, but like this, if I did, this would be the run to have. So I just really have a couple buzzes because it's the buzz. You gotta have a buzz if you're a disc golfer. Am I right? It's like the goated mid-range. So got a couple buzzes. Those are the 20-year run, and they're really flat. This is a Fuse, Pathfinder, a couple MD1s, and then a Watermelon X. And so just like feeling these right now, just like how they feel in the hand. And MD1 always feels so good and it has such a good flight, but I think for this year, I'm gonna be bagging, I don't even know what I bagged last year. I think I bagged the MD1 last year, but I think for this year, I'm gonna be bagging the Pathfinder. This is like one of my favorite all-time stamps. The Elevate Your Eye, Elevate Your Mind with the All-Seeing Eye. Great straight flying disc. I'll be bagging that one. And then for my overstable, where is it? Right here. I have only two choices for my overstable. It's in between the Pyros and the MD4s. I've been bagging the MD4s for the last couple months, and like they're honestly not bad. They kind of have a weird shape, but it doesn't feel weird when you like grip it or throw it, and it's just not as overstable as I thought they would be. Like 5403, to me that sounds pretty overstable for a mid-range, but I feel like it flies more like a 02 or something. So yeah, not as overstable as I was wanting. And I used to have a Pyro and it was pretty overstable, and I ended up selling it. But now I picked up some other ones. These are just factory blanks with the Prism rims. We got a couple different colors there. And these ones are just like great overstable, forehand, backhand, it feels money. And so this one will be making the bag for a show. Alright fam, that's what's in the bag. Can't wait for the BLI. It's gonna be so exciting. Let's get it.